Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
All right, things slowly starting to settle down after a couple of active days in July. We don't normally see that. I've got a great weather nugget coming up, which you're going to have to wait for. We're going to talk about it at 11 o'clock tonight, kind of on the rain in July and what we've found here. But the good news is things are going to start drying out. They're going to dry out very quickly as well. In fact, here's the next 3 days. If you're heading out to the Lane County Fairs, Sarah had mentioned, we've got the dog show, you've got Super Strong Woman, and you've also got some pretty great concerts as well. Trace Atkins, I think, playing Friday night, and then also some real good stuff. Pat Benatar as well will be there, and we'll see those temperatures crank up into the low 90s. So that's a little more fair-like weather for the Lane County Fair. I remember last year being out there, we were just baking in the mid to upper 90s. It was hot. Not today, though, and that's why we've got an area of low pressure swirling around. Now, this is basically the last gasp of this storm. The low is still here, but this is basically the last push that's moving onshore. So you can still see some embedded heavy showers. There's probably a couple thunderstorms in there as well. I don't see the lightning strikes just yet, but we're still looking at things slowly clearing the area. I think down around the southern Willamette Valley, Eugene, Springfield, as you get out towards Veneta, out to Thurston and whatnot, we probably might get a few light showers, but most of that is done. You can see we've got another heavy one coming off towards Agate Beach there. This one might move its way across 20 out towards Corvallis and Philomath possibly. But most of the real heavy action, and even, get this, about quarter-size hail has been up around Portland. You can still see the lightning strikes as it moves its way north of Vancouver, Washington. Pretty impressive rainfall totals over this is just the last 12 hours, mind you. About 0.8 of an inch in, or 0.8 of an inch, I should say, in Florence. 0.2 here in Eugene, picked up about 1/3 up into Corvallis, 1/10 out towards Bend and Sun River. And those are spots that just don't see any rain, with the exception of a thunderstorm that fires up, and then it's usually just dry lightning as it moves its way through, what we call dry thunderstorms. Upper 60s for highs today. That's way cooler than it should be. We'll get those temperatures cranking up over the next couple of days. Overnight tonight, we'll continue to keep mostly cloudy skies. We'll get some light drizzle at times, and then as we go in towards tomorrow, as high pressure starts to move back in, and we eventually get the winds switching out of more of a north-northeasterly wind to dry things out. We'll take all this cloud cover that you see overnight tonight and clear that out of the way as well. Here's our hot high pressure that slowly starts to move back into the northwest. That low strengthens back out over the Pacific, and both of those work together. That means a hot forecast. You saw they were wet on the track today. That will not be the case over the next couple of days. And if you headed out to Hayward for the juniors Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, make sure you bring the sunscreen and plenty of water, because it's going to be toasty out on the track. So morning drizzle, slow clearing by the afternoon in the mid-60s. We will warm back up into the upper 70s across the Umpqua. Should be a nice sunny afternoon forecast, and then get ready to sizzle by the weekend. Cascades, isolated shower early, and then we're back to mostly sunny skies by the afternoon. Same thing as you get out towards Central Oregon, around 70 degrees, mild forecast there, and clearing out by tomorrow afternoon across the valley. We'll be back to the upper 70s. Coast looking good for the next 6 to 7 days. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, rinse and repeat that, and then back into the mid-90s. A little more July-like forecast for us in the Umpqua. Cascades could see a slight chance for a thunderstorm on Sunday. It'll be warm, too, in the upper 80s. And then finally for us here in the Willamette Valley, hope you get out and enjoy that. This is Jake Ziven come back anytime now, whining about how hot it is, because it's going to stay hot here through the end of the weekend.
All right, I'm ready. After all that rain, I'm ready.
We'll be right back.